What's up everybody? In today's video, we got part 2 for you on that Jabba's Palace diorama. Check it out. What's up everybody and welcome back to Pop Empire. We are super happy to have you here as usual. Now before we get into the diorama, just wanted to point out, if you haven't had that opportunity to purchase any of those mission fleet figures or vehicles, I'm actually going to put some links down in the description below so you can purchase those, whether it be the Millennium Falcon mission fleet or the Mandalorian mission fleet. They're pretty awesome. They're excellent to add to your collection, so if those are things you're still looking for and you're interested in, there's going to be some links down in the description for you to go ahead and pick those up. Now like I said, we're going to get into part 2 of that Jabba's Palace diorama. Enjoy!
So here we're going to get into the next section in the Jabba's Palace diorama, and of course today's guest we have Bausch, just to show you that 3 3/4 inch scale of the build. So I'll get to these in a moment, but I actually want to just jump right into this main piece. For those that saw our last video, I went over how I got this design, which I did the same exact thing this time. However, there's a few more things to go over on this piece. So like you see in the movie, there's actually these controls kind of off in the corner, not far from Jabba's throne. And I added those two here on this piece. They're just made out of foam. I painted them just with a gray paint, and I added just these little black square designs on the top. And then these areas that I kept white is just to kind of mimic them being lit up. Again, with this piece though, it is a thick piece and just multiple layers of foam board. Now, as we get into the back, there's actually these beads that I went ahead and hung up. Just used like some fishing wire, and I just kind of strung them on there. Just kind of put a knot at the end so they don't fall through. And I glued them to the back of this piece. Now, once I put this all together, you will kind of see what I was kind of going with, but let's move on. So next, I'm gonna get into this next section. It's actually, once we build this will actually go on top of this piece right here. But I just wanted to show you what I did with this area. Again, just kind of getting that rock design on the walls. I rolled up some tin foil into a ball and just kind of rolled it around. So it just kind of gives it that rock texture. And then just kind of looking here in the corner, I made these little openings and just made these little designs, which I kind of noticed in the movie that there was something like this going on. And then as we look at the back wall, I printed out a picture of a stair set that I found online. And once we get this all put together, it'll just give it that look of stairs coming down into the palace. So let's go ahead and bring this piece in right here. And this is a stair set that I also built out of foam, and I just sandwiched them together and I hot glued them together. So I have a couple other pieces here, but I'm gonna go ahead and start building, and then you guys will see what the purpose of these are for. So first I'm gonna take just this flat piece right here, and I just built this for a floor. And we can go ahead and just put that on here like so. And I made sure to just measure everything out so it fits. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and take this thick piece of foam board, again, that just all sandwiched together, and I'm gonna go ahead and place it back here, and it's just kind of for support. So next, I'm gonna take this main piece and just kind of slide it in here. Just kind of fits in there like that. And then we'll take this stair set. The foam is a little flexible, so I can just kind of slide that in there like that. There we go, we have this other piece. We'll go ahead and we'll take our Bausch figure and we'll just place her on top of the steps. And I'm also gonna go ahead, we're gonna take our Chewbacca figure. We'll place him in there like that. Now it might look familiar to some of you when Bausch is coming in with a chain around Chewbacca's neck and getting ready to enter the throne room. Now quickly, I just wanna go over a couple more things and just getting these archways smoothed out using some sandpaper that I got just from like the local dollar store or just any craft store, really anywhere you can find sandpaper, and just smoothing all the edges out in here, smoothing the edges out on the outside, and just kind of rounding off the corners up here. So sandpaper is definitely a great tool for building any diorama. That's going to just give you those smooth edges, and overall it's just going to give it a much better look. Now I don't remember the exact grade of sandpaper that I used. However, it was the finer sandpaper with more sand per square inch, and that's really what you're going to want to use for a smoother finish. So I definitely recommend that. Also, I want to point out maybe just a couple little things that you guys were noticing, but with this piece down here, this is actually just some Sculpey, just like the sculpting putty that you would bake in your oven. So I just made that piece just to kind of make it look like maybe there's some wires going in there or something. Yeah, you put that in the oven, bakes up. I painted that, glued it on with hot glue, and it just adds more detail. And this is where we're at when we put these two pieces together. It's coming along quite well, and I can't wait to continue building Jabba's throne room. So if you are currently working on a Jabba's Palace diorama, or just a Star Wars diorama in general, I'd love to hear about it. Leave a comment down below. Also, if you need any tips, I'd be happy to help, or if you have a tip that would help me, I'd be happy to hear it. If you didn't get a chance to see episode 1 of this series, be sure to click that link up above, or there will be a link down in the description below, and be sure to stay tuned for episode 3 next week.
To watch a video that YouTube suggests for you, click that video up there to your left. Watch our last video, it's right over there to your right. We'd also love it if you'd subscribe, and to do that, click that link right up above our heads. That would be awesome. We'll see you on the next video. Peace, guys.
See ya.